Hello everybody, Psychic Krystaline here, and I have some pretty bold predictions about President Trump that I wanted to put out there on YouTube to warn all of us that I don't see President Trump finishing his 4-year term as President of the United States. So watch further if you want to see how this may transpire and how the virus could affect his presidency, the markets and instability, and all of us in America and on a worldwide level. Let's pray this doesn't happen, but I want to prepare us all for the possibility that this is very likely to happen because I'm very accurate. So let's see and listen further if you want to see how this may transpire. Okay, so first of all, I was accurate in predicting President Trump being sworn in as 45th President of the United States. But this is where it gets crazy. From the beginning of the time he was sworn in as president, I've seen this whole time that he wouldn't be finishing his 4 terms. Every year, time would go by, the impeachment came and gone. I'm like, how is this guy going to step down? I know our president, and I know he's not the kind of guy to give up and just, give in. And so when impeachment came and went, I was like, how is this going to happen? From the start, I kept seeing riots happening in the streets leading up to him no longer finishing his term, but the finishing his term, how that was going to transpire and the lack of him finishing did not become clear to me until recently. The Black Lives Matter protests, I kept seeing these protests in the street leading up to President Trump, I didn't know how it would happen, but how he wouldn't finish his term. I kept having this vision of protests in an uprising in America, and I'm like, so all of a sudden this spring, the Black Lives Matter movement started happening, and I had this flash of insight, and the rest of the picture just kind of filled in for me. So this is what I want to share with you guys. I see President Trump, getting COVID-19 and being admitted to the hospital around sometime in early August. In May is when this kind of started becoming clear to me, and I blogged about it on my website. And at that point, I was seeing in about 10 weeks' time, Trump would die of a heart-related condition, possibly a heart attack from the pressures of COVID-19 on his body and, the after effects of having the virus. It's also become in the news, a lot of stuff about hydrochloroquine, or I'm not even sure how to say it, but there's this drug the FDA has warned that can create heart palpitations and an irregular heartbeat if you take it. He's been taking it as a preventative and putting it out in the news, so that was another piece of the puzzle. I'm wondering, I hope, maybe taking that medicine, I'm hoping this isn't true, but it feels like possibly that medication could have something to do with the irregular heartbeat, because what I see is like a heart attack or a heart-related condition Trump dies from. And the date that keeps popping in my head, like one day I just woke up and I'm like, August 10th, this is the day that I see it happening. So I feel like August 10th might be a very pivotal time, and that's very close to when I, have this flash of insight in May. It would have been about 10 weeks from then, would be right around August 10th. So it's kind of lining up with my timeline as well. So what I see is Trump being hospitalized in early August and then having to, be hospitalized, probably on ventilators, all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure how bad that will get. But I feel like the after effects of the virus on his heart is what's going to create, his death. What I see is I see Trump dying around August 10th. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm worried about it, and I'm going to put this out there. So after that, what I see at the end of summer, beginning of fall, is I see Vice President Pence being sworn in as U.S. President of the United States. So in the fall of this year, there's going to be a new election, and it's not going to be Trump versus Biden. It's going to be Pence versus Biden. So and I'm getting chills on that. Pence versus Biden is going to be for the next 46th president of the United States. And what I see happening, I see Biden winning by a landslide and being sworn in as U.S. 46th president in January of 2021. So it looks like Pence is our next president. I mean, you know, after Trump and then Biden. So this is going to be, you know, pretty crazy. So let's see if all of this transpires, and really please pray for our president, pray for our country. I think a lot of, you know, this virus has already impacted many of our, you know, our families on a financial level. The security that we once had isn't there. Like, we don't know we're going to see our family tomorrow that live far away. Like, it's showing us all of these things that are going to unify us in a way. And I'm hoping that maybe Trump's death could also unify us as a country to move forward, stronger and more compassionate, more wise and loving. So, okay, thanks for listening today, and I guess I will follow up later, and we'll see if this is accurate or not. But yes, this is what I see. Blessed be, and may we all be healthy and strong. Thank you.